welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here. Today I'm going to be doing my what's in my hospital bag video, but at this point it's what was in my hospital bag, because like 2 days after what I just say, like 2 days after I posted my last video, I went into labor. Well, I was induced, so things didn't go as planned. I planned to have this video already up and everything, so it was like a literal what's in my hospital bag. I had it all organized, everything was in there. Now it's not organized at all, but I'm still going to tell you guys everything that I put in there, but especially baby's bag. Like now that's her full-on diaper bag, so everything is not in there like it was before. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing on what and how I packed my hospital bag, then just stay tuned. Bella, you can't be in my face. So I'm gonna do baby's bag first, just because she has less stuff than I did. Bella, you have to move. Thank you. Okay, so in her bag, I packed, okay, so of course I packed multiple outfits because I didn't know how big or small she was gonna be. I didn't know if she would like have an accident. I didn't know how their poops really were when they first come out. So I didn't know, I just wanted to be prepared. But I did have a specific coming home outfit. So when we were in the hospital, she wore, I can't remember if they just swaddled her, and she had a diaper on, of course, but I don't remember. But I had to be induced almost a month ago. I had her on the 19th, so she's almost a month old. So this video is super late, but I still wanted to do it because that's what my plan was. But yeah, I put in multiple outfits. Her going home outfit though is this one. Well, was this one. It's monogrammed. It has her initials. Her name is Elena Rain, and we call her Elle or Ellie. Yeah, I got that off Etsy. This is a little hat to match it. So she had this little bitty hat and this onesie. It actually was really big on her, but she can fit it now because she didn't got fat. I put in like a few onesies and a few little jump sleeper things, like that zip up or that button up that have the feet and hands enclosed in them, so I had that in there. I had these receiving blankets or like swaddles. I had lots of these in there. I had this one and this one, and then I had like 2 or 3 more. Baby socks. I don't know what the other one is, but I had these little bitty socks and these socks because I didn't know if it was gonna be cold, if her little tiny feet were gonna need socks. So I was just trying to be prepared. And you don't need to take diapers or anything. Like some of the videos I was watching, moms packed diapers and wipes, and you don't need none of that stuff. Like the hospital gives you more than enough. I may or may not have taken some. They also give you this stuff. They give you, I'm not picking all that up, but oh, this is diaper rash paste. They give you this. Well, I don't know if every hospital does it, but mine did. So this little Aquaphor diaper rash stuff that's wet with milk on it. Cool. Oh, Baby Dove. This is Baby Dove body wash, I believe. And Aquaphor. So this is just like this is not the same thing as the last one. This is for dry skin, so this is more like a moisturizer. This stuff has milk on it. You don't need to take diapers, you don't need to take wipes, because that's just wasting space. You absolutely don't need to do that. That's what I was saying. I saw moms doing that, and I wasn't quite sure why. They were just like, just in case, they take like 2 or 3 of their own diapers and then like pack some wipes, and you don't need to do that at all. So don't do that, they'll waste space. And I had this butt paste in there. This is a little travel size one. Yeah, I've had to use that like 1 time because y'all, my child poops so much. She's very gassy, she poops a lot, and she had just pooped so much one day and her little bottom turned a little bit red. So I had to put that on there. Oh, and I also packed little bibs. That was just in case. She didn't need these in the hospital. These are actual newborn bibs. But I also have the bigger ones too. But she didn't need these. So, I mean, you can pack them if you would like, I guess, just in case. But she didn't actually need those. I put paperwork in here from the doctor, from my doctor, that was important for me to take to the hospital. And I also packed passies, and you don't know which nipple your baby's gonna like, so you might want to pack more than one. Oh yeah, I had extra mask in there. Yeah, I didn't wear that mask. Well, I wore it like going into the hospital, but once I got admitted and was back in my room, I think I had that mask on like 1% of the time. Okay, so this is just a little pacifier holder case thingy. Yeah, so I put this passy. This is, I see a lot of babies with this one, but she wanted the old-fashioned one. This little passy, I put that in there. She didn't take that one though. She just likes the old school one. And I also have this one in there, little Ryan Rose passy. So I had like 4 different passies in here, because like I said, you don't know which one they're going to want, which one they're going to take. And I also, oh, I didn't even put the big one in my bag. So I have a bigger version of this. This is nipple cream. And I put the little travel size version in her bag. But I have the big version of that, and I keep it, no, I don't keep it anywhere. I have the big version of that, so yeah. And it's actually safe to breastfeed while the nipple cream is on. That's just like soothing for when you're actually breastfeeding, but now I'm not nursing, I'm pumping and doing formula supplements too, just because of some medical reasons. So I'm gonna have to stop breastfeeding her soon. So I'm trying to build my supply up before I have to stop, which just means pumping and freezing it. They gave us this newborn wash and shampoo stuff. So the hospital will give you bottles, but like you produce colostrum. Pretty sure that's what it's called, yeah. Colostrum for like the first day or 2, and then your milk comes in maybe like the 3rd day. That's how it was for me. I know everyone's different. Unless you're just not gonna breastfeed, then maybe you want to take your own bottles, but I knew I was gonna breastfeed, so I didn't need to do that. And you don't need to take your pump. If you have a breast pump, you don't need to take that. They actually give you one, not like for you to take home, but when I got moved from labor and delivery to postpartum, I think that's what that floor is called. When I got moved there, a lactation nurse brought in a breast pump just in case I wanted to use. But yeah, I guess you can check with your hospital. That's about everything in her bag, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I took extra hats too. They give you a hat, that like hospital striped little baby hat. Has a big bow in the front. So they give you that hat, and they also gave us some more hats too. But I did pack extra hats for her. At the time, I did not have the little baby mittens yet, but my baby came out as a thumb/finger sucker, so she was great latching on. I did not have that problem, but she keeps her hands in her mouth, so we put the little mittens on, and she likes to keep her hands in her face, so she scratches her face too. So that would have been useful if I did take it. Oh, and also the Boppy. This Boppy, what I took to the hospital with me, and it actually really came in handy when I was trying to breastfeed, because I ended up being an emergency C-section. So just the whole abdomen, everything was sore. It was a terrible time. And this came in handy and like propping her up and not having to actually use my ab muscles. Pretty much all, but I'm about to go into detail on what is in my bag and what it's for. So like I said, I had this all packed up, all cute and pretty and nice to show y'all, but I went into labor 3 weeks early. So it's been 3 weeks and I've already unpacked the bag. This like tote bag, I guess it was called a tote bag. Yeah, I don't know. Did I show y'all what Elle's bag looked like? So this is her diaper bag. It's like backpack form. I think I showed y'all in the last video, to be honest. I have these, but of course the hospital has puke bags because I threw up all 37 weeks. Every single day of my pregnancy. Every single day I threw up, every day. So I had to have these. Like if I'm not in public, I don't know if I'm gonna throw up or not. Public bathrooms were a no-go. So I had these at all times. But the hospital, of course, gave me an actual puke bag. So after you give birth, after a regular like vaginal birth, you bleed a lot and you bleed for a long time. as in a long time, I think like 4 to 6 weeks. But like I said, I did not have a vaginal birth. I was planning to, so I got all this stuff for vaginal birth. Like I got this Freedom what's it called? Y'all, I can't remember what it's called. It's this thing, and the hospital will give you one. It's this. So like I like this one better because it's actually angled. The one that the hospital gives you, it doesn't have this part. It's just straight down, so you kind of have to like aim and shoot. And this is to clean off your lady parts, because some women do tear, and you don't want to be wiping with tissue and getting tissue all stuck down there. So yeah, clean. What is this thing called? The witch hazel pads, because I plan. Can you see? You can't see. Oh, there you go. Okay, whatever. I got these witch hazel pads, and stop, Bella. You can put them in your pad. You can like line your pad with them, and it helps soothe your vajayjay. But mine are still closed because I didn't need that. But luckily I use witch hazel on my face, so I'm just gonna use this on my face. And the hospital will give you pads. They're about 3 feet long, so you can take your own pads with you. I did use the hospital ones at first just because I thought it was going to be like a lot heavier bleeding than it was. But side note, my doctor did take, when I was having the C-section, she took my uterus out and she cleaned it out and then put it back. So I'm not bleeding nearly as much. Like I'm pretty much done, almost. Pretty much done. It wasn't heavy bleeding at all. It wasn't like people that had vaginal births. It wasn't like that at all. So I was able to get away with these like thinner, these thinner, skinnier pads. I was able to get away with those because I wasn't bleeding super heavy because of the C-section. But I also, y'all, okay, so the hospital will also give you these mesh underwear, but they're not comfortable. I mean, they're kind of comfortable, but they don't fit like snug. And so it's real ugly, y'all. But these Depends underwear are so, okay, yeah. These Depends underwear are so much easier and more comfortable to get around in. So I suggest you get you some because it's much more comfortable than the mesh underwear they give you. And I'm assuming it's more comfortable for people that have vaginal births too, because it keeps stuff snug and it keeps everything together. The mesh underwear kind of hangs kind of loose, so it's not that comfortable at all. And then I also bought some of these underwear. This was specifically for, they came in like a little I got these from Target. They came in like 8 in the pack maybe, and these were specifically for postpartum, so I didn't mind if they ended up getting stained or whatever. So I bought those specifically to wear after baby. And I wore these little Depends things. I wore those for a minute because they went over my incision and they didn't like hug in it or like touch it or irritate or anything. So that was super handy. And I also, well, these came with my breast pump, these nipple covers, but I also got some nipple covers too, and I prefer the disposable ones because it's just easier to just take them off, throw away, and put some more on, rather than having to wash them and do all that stuff. I don't like that much. So nipple covers, you're gonna need those for sure. I was so tired of wearing a bra. I've been wearing a bra every single day for almost a month, and it's annoying, and I'm sick and tired of it. And I tried to stick the nipple covers to my t-shirt, and I thought I was gonna get away with it, and I woke up and my whole shirt was wet. So that was a no-go. I only did that one time, and then I was like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna have to wear the dang bra. So I did order these nursing bras from, why does everything look stained? It's not stained. It's the, is it? No, it's not. I got these off Amazon, and it came in a pack of 3. It came with this tan one, a pink one, and a black one. And they're actually really cute, and they're super convenient because you can just undo the bra right here and then take it down and breastfeed or pump or whatever you gotta do. Bella, I'm about to put you out. You doing too much. So after my C-section, my doctor put this like almost like it's like a waist cincher, but It's almost like a waist cincher, but it's a medical hospital given one. So I did wear this for a really long time. It actually helped because it just held everything in and it applied like pressure to the incision area, but it got to be uncomfortable because it was just so tight. So I don't wear it every day. I actually should probably be wearing it more, but I ordered this one off Amazon. It comes with like 50,000 pieces, but it does hold you in, but it's not comfortable. These are not comfortable because they're tight and they're meant to like help flatten your tummy after a baby, and it's just not, it's not comfortable. So I don't like wearing them, but I know that I need to wear them. So I do have that one and I have this one, so I kind of alternate because the one I got from Amazon it's just a whole lot to do, and when you're trying to sit down or lay down, not comfortable at all. I also was gonna do padsicles, and those are just like, I'm not gonna say popsicles because you don't eat them, but like you can make them out of pads and then you fold them back up in a little paper and freeze them, and you line them in your underwear when you come home from the hospital. But I did not have a vaginal birth, so I didn't need to do that, and I didn't even need nearly as many of the pads that I bought because my bleeding was super light compared to vaginal births. I took socks too. I took socks because the hospital socks make me feel really uncomfortable. Like the grip on the bottom and walking on the floor, it just makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like the feeling at all. So I did take my own socks. I took these little fur slides, and that's what I wore around the hospital. I did not dare step on that floor without shoes on. So, and I did not take my pregnancy pillow, and I'm actually glad I didn't because the beds are not like huge. Like they're not like king size beds like you got at the house. They're hospital beds, and pregnancy pillows take up a lot of room and they're large. So I did see videos of girls taking their pregnancy pillow, but I'm glad that I did not because it just wasn't enough room for that. So I did not take that. I took hard candy. I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat or drink hard candy, and I wasn't even able to eat those either. I just took Jolly Ranchers because some videos women were able to eat those, but some videos the doctor didn't want them eating anything, and that's how my doctors and nurses were. They didn't want me eating or drinking anything, and I was in labor for 24 hours, and that's before C-section. And I stayed in the hospital 2 nights after the C-section, so I think that's like 3 days, 2 nights. I packed this shirt actually. I packed the gray version of this shirt and the white version of this shirt just because they're really loose and they're really comfortable. So I had these 3 shirts, I had another t-shirt, I had some maternity leggings and maternity yoga pants, but I was in the hospital gown the whole time pretty much. Like it was just easier, and some people buy their own gowns and like gowns to take pictures with the baby in. But I looked a mess, so I didn't take any pictures with her in the hospital. Took a lot of pictures of her, but none with her. I also took a book. I took one of my books because I thought I was going to be able to read, and I saw some videos that had people where they took books with them, but I did not read that book. I didn't even open the book. It happened really quickly. Like I went into the hospital planning on being induced. I had just come from my OB appointment, and I was planning on being induced and having a vaginal birth, but hospital pads are super uncomfortable, but you're not really going to care at first when you're in there, so you might use them because I used them, but you're going to get, like towards the end of your hospital stay, you're going to get annoyed with them and tired of them because they're 3 feet long. Like I said, it's like putting some skis on in your underwear. So I was only allowed one support person, so it was my mom, and she wasn't allowed to like switch out with someone else, so it was me and my mom the whole time. My mama was holding it down while I was dying. And I also want to throw in, I did get an epidural. I didn't do it naturally because no, I was never going to do it naturally. That was never the plan. I said from day one I was going to get an epidural, and I'm so glad that I did. I was going to have to get one anyways because I got a C-section, but as I said, when I went in, I was planning on doing a vaginal birth. But it was very painful. And I was trying to get the epidural while I was having contractions, so a contraction would come and I would like move, and then the anesthesiologist would have to pull it back out and try again. So I got stuck like 5 times. It wasn't a good feeling. It's directly in your spine. It just doesn't feel good, but once it gets in, it's in, and you don't even notice it anymore, and the feeling is great because you can't feel the pain. So she was actually kind of big to be 3 weeks early. She was 7 pounds, so if she would have come on her due date, which was October 6th, which was just a few days ago, she probably would have been like 9 or 10 pounds, maybe not 10. She would have probably been like 9 pounds. So I'm glad she did come early because who's trying to do that? But thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'm sorry, I know I was looking off this way the whole time, but I'm sitting right in front of a window and I'm watching people drive by and walk by. Be sure to turn on your post notifications, which is the little bell, so you know when I post a video and you do not miss one of my videos. I'll see you guys next time.